Hello everybody and welcome to VRML. We're heading into the second week of the third season and my name is PAMWOW. Hey, that's not Palidore doing the introduction. Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird, isn't it? We still got Palidore here though. He's running the cams and might drop in a few comments here and there. Palidore, how you going today, mate?
Oh, going well, Pam. Yeah, I'm on the cams here for this set of streams, but over on the co-cast, well, being joined by one of our new casters this season, DocEducation, and educate us a little bit about yourself, sir.
Hey y'all, yeah, I'm a Questie. Started playing in March, April-ish. Had a team end of Season 2, where we now got a team in Season 3, and yeah, I just love this game and having so much fun casting and yeah, learning this side of the house.
Don't blame you, mate. Brilliant game. Can't not love it. Been one of the greatest things to ever happen to me. A little tear comes to my eyes. I say that also, bringing tears to my eyes, the chat. Love to see you all stopping by. PAMWOW do it. Sunday hype from Punda, one of our mods there. Really appreciate everybody stopping by. And yeah, just waiting on Outlaws and the Four Horsemen to get themselves readied up here. Two teams we are yet to see head off against each other in this season here. But they have had many scrims, and scrims have been reported as back and forth between these two teams. So it will be quite the interesting game indeed. And after this, we also do have Invictus heading off against Hydra, and as well as that Leviathan heading up against Echo Japan. And we will be streaming Invictus and Hydra. So after this game, we'll be heading over towards that one. And yeah, what a game indeed we have in store for us today. Outlaws and the Four Horsemen.
I just started a prediction on the channel for you guys joining in here. If you want to vote on that, between the Four Horsemen and Outlaws, bet your channel points and on who wins this match. Of course, we got a lot of new channel point rewards redeemable there in the streams. So, at your leisure, ladies and gents.
And yeah, I don't know if I want to try. I don't want to be like swaying anyone's votes or anything, but we have Punda in the chat, and there's a reason why. Unfortunately, the breakage of a headset. So don't know if that's going to throw anything within this game or not. But yeah, just gamble responsibly. You got your channel points there. I'm going to be holding on to mine. I don't want to you know, I don't want to lose anything. Anyway, we still have Outlaws and the Four Horsemen coming up relatively soon. But yeah, still great to see everyone in the chat. The bets are coming through. 100 on Outlaws coming there from Pawn Stream. And Kopesh, let's go Outlaws. So we do have some favors towards Outlaws heading up into this match here. So you know what? I'm really liking this function. It's interesting stuff. And yeah, we got 4.8k versus 0. So the audience definitely have their predictions locked in there. And yeah, just waiting for these teams to lock in their ready ups. I think they are getting ready relatively soon right now. So we'll be heading into this I think right now. So with that said, buckle up everybody, because we got Outlaws and the Four Horsemen who we've yet to see head up against each other, and should be an interesting game in general, saying that one member of Outlaws dropping out, so hopefully they'll be able to quickly reset themselves there. But with that said, yeah, great game heading our way.
I love these new things that we have in Season 3. This prediction, betting with the channel points. It's cool. It's really cool.
That said, everyone voting for Outlaws here, so literally there's nothing to win if you guys win. Man, someone could have snuck in even just with a small bet and taken all those points for themselves, but I guess not. So with that, a fruitless bet is underway.
Okay, so how does it...
Gambling is fun. Sorry, cut you off there.
No, I was just... So how does it work? It's not just a 1-for-1. It's
I mean,
yeah. How does it work?
You put your bets into essentially a pool, and the return ratio is just based on how much was in that pool and how many were in favor of one or the other. But basically, 14 people who bet, all in favor of Outlaws, so no one took the Four Horsemen here. Our Horsemen. Wow, I typoed it anyways. So,
no.
That's what I get for probably talking while I was typing the prediction. But in any case, that's fine. You know what I meant. Also got, the Our Horsemen.
Yeah. As on top of the betting on who we think are going to be taking away the game, you can also join the front row seat, and the stream stickers are there as well, which is some relatively new features joining us on the stream here. So yeah, this is pretty much relatively new to me. I'm yet to see what that can bring to us. But Palidore, I know you've been messing around with those functions recently. What are your thoughts on them?
I just wanted to give people more things to interact with. Is all been a very, 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 very frequent request that I just kept ignoring in favor of other things that were just getting in the way. You know, priorities and whatnot. But I figured with all the growth that's happening, just give people some little extra cool things to be a part of. So you can see, yeah, in that bottom right corner, if you guys so happen to use the stickers, it is set at a 1-bit gate. In other words, 1 cent doesn't cost much, but just so it can't be, you know, bot spammed, for instance. But if you activate stickers, they'll show up in the bottom corner there by the mini map to kind of react to things as they happen in the match. Furthermore, if you look at the instant replays while they're happening, and here I'll just pull one up now. You won't see anything in the replays, of course, but you will see the Twitch chat there, as well as the front row fans. And as you can see right there, if you hover over your video player on Twitch, you can get in on that goodness. I think 100-bit minimum, and can have your name featured on the boards. And there's even little emotes you can use to react to the plays that show on the screen. And your avatar can kind of like dance along or wave or even dab if you do so, please.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff there.
Good
We
stuff.
can also see we can also see Tuvu in the chat dropping a hello there. Thank you for joining us, Tuvu. Tuvu playing on Team Tricksters, who did recently have a game against Outlaws. So great to see everybody joining us on the stream here. And I believe teams are beginning to sort themselves out here. But yeah, actually, DocEducation, you did take a look at that game with Tricksters and Outlaws, and how was that game?
I thought it was fantastic. I mean, you know, the end result was a little lopsided in one way, but you know, yeah, you've got a super established team with Outlaws, like absolutely nothing to be ashamed of from Tricksters. What I saw was a team that had really good fundamentals, really good strategy. They had a lot of opportunities. They had some misses off the ring, you know, that would have made them feel a little more confident. But I really liked what I saw, and I think with just a little more time together, I think they're going to be contenders for sure.
Couldn't agree more, mate. I mean, when Palidore and I were taking a look at their games as well, even with Echo Japan as well, like exactly what you've just said there. So a lot of potential coming from these teams, these relatively new teams heading into this season here. So yeah, a lot to look forward to within this season. And now looking forward to this game as both teams finally readying up here after an unfortunate bit of a loss of a player there on team the Four Horsemen on the orange side, as well as Outlaws on the right. So with that said, we will be heading over into this game. First round has begun, and it will be a slap start coming from Outlaws.
But the disc is finally picked up by Boo, who's going to send it back, but picked up on the back line by Silveridge, and he's going to take his time, see if he can set up an offense and get Outlaws moving.
And now CamJam grabbing a hold of that disc, sending it over towards Bowtie, and that will be Silveridge making the pass from the nest to CamJam, and CamJam opening up the game, 2 points, heading their way to Outlaws.
I mean, just really nice passing, really calm. You know, this is a team that knows how to play this game, and yeah, they're not in any hurry. They saw the opening and they took it.
Yep, and well, if anything's been proven from these teams here in the Oceanic region, is that they have definitely improved in terms of passing and teamwork in general. So I'm not surprised to see already these great passes coming in from these teams. The Outlaws looking to reply yet again with that interception there, passing that disc over towards the left. That will be Tom with the steal and looking to find a few more. Tom taking on the entire team, taking those extra 2 points. A 4-point lead now coming to Outlaws.
You know, as a pretty good setup, by Four Horsemen, they were really looking to get some passing going before getting through mid. Unfortunately, you know, when you miss a pass in the backfield, it can lead to an easy score.
Yep, and yeah, you definitely have to be careful of that pressure coming from the enemy team, because as well as just the pressure that face value, it also creates some potential for a clear that can just work against your team, and you definitely have to consider that when you have a player of the opposite team coming up towards you. With that said, Outlaws still maintaining this pressure and forcing that clear towards Silveridge. who will now pass it over to CamJam. CamJam now does have teammates on the left off the roof. It will be Cosmo making his way inside the bubble. Might go on the one-on-one situation and found those 2 points. Great passing coming here from Outlaws. And I did like the goalie attempt, the aggro goalie attempt coming here from the Four Horsemen.
Absolutely. I mean, the passing, when someone can just stay anchored, that gives them and receive the pass right there, it gives them the opportunity to just move in the direction they want. And yeah, when you're going one-on-one against the goalie, it's really hard for the goalie. You just gotta be aggressive. You gotta make your try, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But now stolen, and it looks like the Four Horsemen have an opportunity here.
Yeah, do or die. You got to make those tries, and now we can see Frost handing it over to Person, and Person did look for the pass there in the bubble, and the stun off his teammate there inside the bubble. So now looking to recover this disc, it will be Frost off the roof, and Frost is very handy in terms of finding these anchor shots. I've experienced it firsthand. Frost can be very dangerous with those anchors, and now looking to reset it there, and a good reset it is, and now Four Horsemen looking to take a new stance of this play here. Tech Rex did go for the Dusty there, but getting stunned out himself. Cosmo finding that disc and finding the clear, and the free grabs follow-up. They're going to be following up with another 2 points. 8 to their name, Outlaws. Insane in the membrane.
That's a really good one to look back on as to clear and boost strategy. I think it was the goalie coming through for Outlaws, getting hooked up with a regrab really quickly. So then they just were able to get on that clear, which is a beautiful clear, and make an easy score.
And just take a look in the chat. Tom is cracked, and go Outlaws, go. I'm liking the cheers coming in here in the chat. Really appreciate everyone yet again for stopping by. Huge shout out to all of you, as well as Cosmo finding 2 more. 10 to Outlaws. Still nothing to the Four Horsemen. So now Four Horsemen with the just advantage at the 6 minute mark. We're gonna have a pause coming in here. And I'm still unaware of which team it will be for. It might be the Four Horsemen looking to just regroup and cut the momentum coming from Outlaws, which definitely is something that you can respect here, especially in this situation. It's only been, I believe, 4 minutes within this first round. So if Outlaws can find 10 points, the Four Horsemen can certainly return in that same amount of time. So if this pause is to just cut off that momentum coming from Outlaws, which I believe it might be, as we can see Outlaws looking to communicate. Tom making his way over towards that side of the field to communicate. But yeah, I believe this might be the strategy coming from the Four Horsemen here. But what a great first half of this first round here coming from Outlaws.
I mean, they're just not really making any mistakes that I can tell. Their passes are so crisp. Their stacks are really fast and accurate. And Four Horsemen's not really making that many mistakes either. Just when they do have a slight error and the disc gets loose, the stack for Outlaws is right there, and they're taking advantage.
Yeah, definitely taking advantage of just discs that find themselves astray or just forcing clears just due to pressure. I feel like Outlaws have definitely been doing a really good job in terms of pressuring and just forcing that disc inside their opposition side. So yeah, with that said, the Four Horsemen looking to, you can definitely tell they are discussing a different form of gameplay here and looking to retaliate to the Outlaws. But yeah, with that said, also we've got a reminder to everyone, we got Palidore on the camera here. So, and Palidore also likes to drop in a few words. I know he does. So Palidore, anything you want to say?
What makes you think that? No. Yeah, just hanging about. Obviously, they have up to 5 minutes on these. Now, typically, only supposed to be taken, I must note, for actual tech issues, but, is what it is. That said, I think they regroup, and with that, we're going back into the game, so I can hand it off to you guys again, and then we'll have the rest of this match for you. Let's see if they can regroup.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even aware that was a tech. I thought it was a pause, and from my understanding, pause can just be used at once per round in order to, even if you need to just take the headset off and take a breath of air. But I might be getting things confused here. But we will have Tech Rex now. After recently discussing with his teammates possibly a new strategy here, Outlaws looking to regain their momentum here as we see Cosmo sending it over to the bubble, but with none to follow up from his teammate. And that will be Tech Rex with the Dusty. tried to find it the first time, found it the second one, and now Person with the disc, clearing it towards the right. It will be Frost from the double diamond, sending it through the midsection trench, and it is hovering very dangerously because the regrabs are on their way to intercept that disc, and it might be the Four Horsemen in the end. Frost did find it, getting stunned out there from CamJam. Now CamJam retreating to the goals. They're taking a defensive position, and now the Four Horsemen looking for an attack here, and whatever Tech said to them in their timeout definitely may have worked. 2 points going to the Four Horsemen.
Beautiful, beautiful work, beautiful passing. Outlaws had a chance there to get that disc. It was bouncing around for a little while, but when they didn't get it, yeah, it was scooped up by the Four Horsemen, and great pass to the shield, and and a pretty easy finish. So Four Horsemen on the board, and now with the disc again, they're going to look to reset. TechRex has it on the back line. He's going to pass it to Person on the ceiling. He gets stunned out though, and the disc will be fought for. Who's going to pick it up? It's going to be Boo, who takes a shot, but stopped by CamJam and cleared out toward the Four Horsemen side.
CamJam jamming that disc right out through that right tunnel, and now the regrab follow-ups from Team Outlaws are looking very nice from Tom. Went for that overhand pass, and the intercept there coming from the Four Horsemen. Now Boo looking to send that one right out through that right tunnel, and the regrabs are coming from both teams here. I might be out. Oh no, the Four Horsemen did get there first, but not right on target of the disc. They're missing it. And now they still did recover the disc in the end. However, it will be TechRex now looking for a bit of a floor juke play there, and it's not going to work out for them in the end because the intercept is making its way there from their Outlaws, and now looking to respond with those regrabs, looking for the 3-pointer. Unfortunate from the CamJam, and now looking to find yet another 3-pointer here. Did try to time and find those 3 points, which you can definitely respect in this situation. They want to take a strong lead here. Did go for the pass inside the bubble, and that was very close indeed, but they did find the rebound. Now Silveridge over to the midsection of the shield. The rebound yet again making its way into Cosmu. So many attempts on goals here. The ding off the right post coming there from Cosmu, looking to rebound the disc, looking to recollect the disc yet again. And now going for the reset, calming things down for a few seconds here. The stun coming there from Person, looking to clear the disc, getting stunned out himself. It will be CamJam now off the roof, looking to find yet another shot on goal here. Outlaws not letting go of any pressure that they have in this situation. Finding a reset there to Pac-Man. Tom crossing it over to CamJam. CamJam looking for the pass, but the intercept from Frost, and Frost looking to send it out, but Tom finding that intercept himself, crossing it over to the left inside the bubble, and Cosmu finally ending the attack from Outlaws. And what an attack that was, a constant onslaught.
Wow, that was amazing. I mean, a couple of dings, a couple of just barely missed passes. Great defense by the Four Horsemen. Just a couple of clears that didn't quite clear, and Outlaws just kept up the pressure until they finally sent it in. And now stolen and taken from 3. It's CamJam.
CamJam G putting in for the 3 and not letting go of this pressure from Outlaws. And Four Horsemen, I feel like in the first few moments after that timeout, it definitely did work for them in terms of cutting off that momentum and working as a team, definitely working as a team in involving those passes that we saw. And although it's still, you can definitely you still can see that it is working. Outlaws just quickly recollecting that momentum that they have here and just finding that pressure that did get interrupted for a few brief seconds. CamJam finding a few more points as well, 17-2. Outlaws definitely making a strong statement within this first round.
Hey, and real quick, Kopesh, the champion in the chat. Don't think I didn't see that clip. My bad, though. Just want to say that. Hi. Back to you guys.
Go ahead, Doctor.
Oh, I was just going to say CamJam right now, being the apple of my eye. That one's for you, Wonder T-Man, asking for that in the chat. So with that, Silveridge picks it up on the back line, and now it's going to be in CamJam's hands. He passes it up to Cosmu. Cosmu's going to work his way. He's not under pressure right now, but just before the stat comes in, he does get the disc away, and on the floor is Tom. Tom resets to Silveridge, and Silveridge is they're going to take it easy. Only a minute left.
Yeah, and Tom, I just wanted to note that Tom did a really great play there in terms of floor juking and setting himself up and trying to reset towards his team there. And unfortunately, due to that interception, now the Four Horsemen looking to take the advantage here off that right shoulder. It will be Frost, unfortunately missing off just barely to the left there off the goals there. Now looking for the rebound. It might be Outlaws in the end, and it certainly will be. So they still have a 17-2 point lead here, the Four Horsemen. If they can find a few points to create some momentum here coming into this second round, it can definitely help them out. But the Outlaws coming in with the regrabs, just barely missing the goals there, but they do have the rebound there, looking for the backboard shot. CamJam will find it, and I'm loving the aggression coming in from Team Outlaws, especially their regrabs, just following up on these clears, following up on the disc, and finding those points. And we will be wrapping up this first round, heading over to Outlaws, an 18-point lead, 20-2. And what a game to tune into. Wow.
Absolutely, and I think it's a real testament to positioning and strategy and just being in the right place and keeping up the aggression. You know, there haven't been a lot of like really crazy, amazing, like half court, you know, full court mail slot shots from Outlaws, but they've just kept up this really consistent pressure. Their stacks are there. They're getting easy shots. They're getting rebounds. They're keeping up the pressure, and that's how they're scoring right now.
Mm. Also, taking a look at the chat here, we got Daz Flyer and Mighty Quinn with those nice comments, and really appreciate those. Also wanted to remind everyone that we have Doctor here and Palidore who are staying up for us here in the Oceanic region. So really appreciate them for helping out with this cast here. And yeah, I mean, what you said, Doctor, a great game in general here. Like the pressure from Outlaws and the Four Horsemen, not necessarily lacking in terms of pressure or teamwork. It's just that Outlaws are doing so well in terms of following up on those discs that have no hands on it, and just being able to monopolize on that and find points and just clear it out to the bubble. This is something that I've noticed actually from Outlaws. They've been able to clear it towards the Four Horsemen bubble and being able to follow up immediately before a punishment or a retaliation for the Four Horsemen can make its way in. So with that said, heading into this second round, the Four Horsemen will be looking to retaliate here, and a great slap there coming from the Four Horsemen. Person looking for a potential play, but getting cut off there by CamJam G, sending it towards the double diamond. Cosmo now with the disc, and might have to go for a reset here. Did look for a few teammates, and that's exactly what he will be doing. Unfortunately, the pass not making its way directly to his teammate due to the pressure, and I'm liking this awakening of pressure coming here from the Four Horsemen now. Person clearing it towards the right side, and it was looking a bit dangerous. The bounce might have made its way towards the goals there, but a few awkward bounces making its way into the hands of Outlaws, who will find the clear in the end.
Getting the clear, getting the disc is CamJam G, sending it into goal for 2 points. Man, that stack is just, it's fast, and they get right on the disc. They're so accurate to the disc.
Yeah, I mean, you can't draw a few breaths before you have to start screaming again. I mean, Outlaws, they find the clear towards the bubble of the Four Horsemen, like I noted earlier, and immediately they are on top of it with those regrabs, which is great to see. Now the Four Horsemen also responding with a lot of pressure on their own, and CamJam with the dodge there off the two players from the Four Horsemen, setting up for the team there, and that's something that you definitely have to be careful of when you're trying to create pressure on the enemy team. A simple dodge, a simple pass can work against you. So in that situation, CamJam did find the dodge and the pass towards Cosmo in the bubble and collected those 2 points there. So now 4 points heading over towards Outlaws. And although Palidore did mention earlier that since no one did bet for the Four Horsemen in this situation, I don't know how it's going to work out, but please be patient, folks. All funds will be returned. We're not trying to scam you. Anyway,
Yes,
the passing. Okay, although we don't need that right now. Anyway, we do need to see the Four Horsemen here trying to look for a response as we see Cosmo passing it into that bubble there. And now it's still a lot of back and forth action here, which is surprising to see. I feel like the scoreboard isn't really doing the Four Horsemen justice. I mean, they definitely are returning with a lot of pressure of their own. Oh my lord! That disc nearly making its way inside the goals there after a few lucky bounces. But Frost now with the disc, looking to make it not so lucky, more so skilled, as they do go for a few passes here towards Pac-Man. Frost yet again off that left pole, and that's the anchor that I'm talking about, placing it in that bottom pocket. What an anchor there from Frost.
17 meters a second, right at the feet. Maybe not quite in the pocket, but really close to the edge. I mean, that's really hard to stop as a goalie. That was a very fine shot.
You're telling me those are the worst to try and save. 17 meters at the bottom pocket. an anchor shot is definitely hard to track as well, but Outlaws not letting it get to them with that quick response and the quick regrabs making their way towards that bubble. Cosmo putting it in 6-2 now. Outlaws taking yet another reasonably strong lead within this second round.
That's the power of regrabbing. You know, you get easy scores. You just get to the disc faster, and there's just more time to make an easy shot. With that stolen, Cosmo had an opportunity, but it was stolen back by TechRex. TechRex is going to send it through. 4 Horsemen are on the ride. Frost is there. Oh, but it's picked up. No, Frost gets it back. What will he do? He's going to get stunned out. Disc is on the ceiling. It looks like Outlaws will recover it and send it back in toward the 4 Horsemen side.
And the regrabs were interrupted there from the team of Outlaws. So the 4 Horsemen now trying to find a one-on-one situation, and unlucky they're coming from Outlaws, barely missing that bottom pocket, the ding, making its way into the hands of the 4 Horsemen, who did try to find the clear, but Outlaws have the situation on lock as they find that clear in that tunnel, sending it over to CamJam now on the left. Does have his teammate Tom there on the floor, might go for a pass, and does have players fanning out all over the board. They might even go for the reset here. CamJam might just go all the way in. He might just go all the way in for 2 points of his own. 8-2 Outlaws finding a few more to add to that scoreboard. 8-2, 5 minutes 35, in a similar situation to the previous round. Outlaws are up by a decent amount. The 4 Horsemen now still have the same amount of time that the Outlaws have. They can definitely still recover from this. But how will they do it? How they will do that is the question here. Sending that towards the right section. It will be Boo getting intercepted there from CamJam and looking to find a few more points.
CamJam now going one-on-one. Oh. CamJam does what CamJam does. Yeah. Sends it in for 2.
Yeah, CamJam has found 16 points this game with those 2 considered. And yeah, CamJam definitely putting the moves on with those shots, as well as Cosmo, his teammate, is duo partner in terms of shooting goals. Yeah, 10 to Cosmo's name. And those 2 teammates definitely been creating a lot of pressure, as well as Silveridge and Tom there, funneling it back to their team and assisting with those regrabs. CamJam and Cosmo riding in yet again, finding another 2 points here. Outlaws definitely riding this momentum in.
Yeah, it's a full team effort. I mean, that was one that got the steal and the clear in, and then two more that grabbed each other quickly, regrabbed, and CamJam ended up scoring, but it could have very easily been his regrabbing partner. Really team effort by Outlaws right now.
Yep, and now the 4 Horsemen, they're looking to find a response here through that left tunnel. It will be Frost now with the disc, trying to bait out potentially a few aggressive plays coming from Outlaws, and the bait does work, but works against him as CamJam finds the intercept, looking to find the clear. Bounce will work against them now. The 4 Horsemen looking to find some pressure on that disc. However, it will be Outlaws finding that disc in the end and trying to find the clear. And yet again, a few unfortunate bounces coming from both teams here, but it will be Outlaws in the end, and did try to pinpoint that disc there that had been led astray for a few brief moments there. And that's what Outlaws do specialize in, just finding that disc as soon as it has lost possession of either or teams there. So now CamJam collecting that disc and looking to send it in off the backboard. Nearly made its way in there. A close shot there coming from CamJam. And now Outlaws, they do have the time and the points on their side. Great air dodge there from Cosmo. Cosmo sending it over to the left. It will be CamJam. CamJam finding the bounce reset over towards Silveridge from the roof. Now Silveridge does have teammates on the left and right shoulders. Might go for the pass on the backboard though. Cosmo sinking those 2 points in, 14-2.
Beautiful pass, beautiful finish, unstoppable. I mean, the goalie has no chance in those situations. Just really, really good disc movement, just calm. You know, they know when they have the advantage. They know when it's time to press and go for a one-on-one, or when it's time to back it out. And just like that, Outlaws now have the disc again. Oh. Guess who it is? It's CamJam.
What's new? Outlaws just definitely just riding this wave out with this pressure that they've got here. I feel like Outlaws just constantly forcing the 4 Horsemen's hand in this game. whether it's forcing them to find those clears or just intercepting and stunning them as a whole. And like even then, just creating that small amount of pressure there can definitely do a toll in your teamwork here. As the four horsemen look to respond here, the regrabs aren't necessarily on their way back here from Outlaws, but the four horsemen taking their time here, not looking to lose possession immediately, looking to respond here. The slap there coming from Outlaws, but will make its way into the hands of Person. Now Person getting stunned out themselves there. Tech Rex looking to funnel it back to his team there, avoiding and finding a Dusty there, and now off in the trench there, looking to find a pass towards the left. It is looking very close there, but Tom finding the disc in the end and looking to send it out yet again. 1 minute 40 on the clock, and the bounce working its way back into the side of Team Outlaws.
Yeah, just you know, all it takes is one missed pass, and now Outlaws are on the ride, so to speak. Disc is bouncing around in toward the Four Horsemen side, and it will get picked up by Boo, who's going to send it back together. But the orange stack is not quite fast enough, and the disc will be ultimately picked up by Frost. He's going to make a pass. Oh, just missing the pass off the nest. That would have been a great opportunity there.
You can definitely see that the passes are there from the Four Horsemen, and I feel like that's the same comment that you've got for a lot of teams here in VRML. I just feel like the teamwork is there, but just the passes aren't pinpointing exact. And in some situations, that's exactly what they have to be. The Four Horsemen definitely have the potential here to find a few more plays in this situation. 40 seconds on the clock here. That clear through the left tunnel might be the first we've ever seen of this game. 47 meters out. Person with those 3 points, and what a shot that was, intended or not, a great shot indeed. And now 30 seconds on the clock. Outlaws looking to take away this game after finding the first round and the second now. Wow.
You know, yeah, intended or not, that feels good when you get a long shot, you get some points on the board, and with another opportunity, 12 seconds left, you know, it's going to feel a lot better to just get some points in, but it will be Outlaws. Looks like they'll be in control of it, and they'll just let the time run out. And with that, it will be Outlaws taking it 17-5 in round 2 and taking the match.
Yep, you could just see Cam jamming on the roof there for the last few seconds there, taking his sweet time and taking the sweet win. Outlaws definitely doing well in this game, as well as the Four Horsemen. I feel like we mentioned earlier, I feel like the scoreboard doesn't do it to do the teams justice sometimes. But with that said, Outlaws definitely doing extremely well this game. And yeah, we've GG's coming in the chat. Really appreciate everybody stopping by, and also yeah, I mean, appreciate everyone joining me here today. I mean, we've got DocEducation and Palidore on the cams. And yeah, speaking of Palidore, I've kind of been neglecting you. Sorry, Palidore, any words?
Yeah, we got another match right up next, so I just got my invites. We're gonna head to that. Luigi Logic asking, GG, where's my money? What, you mean my money? What are you talking about? I have no idea. Anyways, we're gonna be right back after a quick intermission into the next match.
How do you ban everyone at once?
So stay tuned. We've got ourselves, let's see, it's Invictus versus Hydra. So yeah, good one coming up. Be right back.
Good afternoon, Jackson Jills. I am Matsu Demui, and this is 3 Minute Meta. In this first installment, we are going to cover zones, specifically attack, defensive, and neutral zones. Before we start, everything I cover in these videos are just basic guidelines to help get you more familiar with the meta. These represent only my interpretation of the meta, and it may not be shared by everyone. So we'll begin with an analogy. In the game of basketball, the court is split into two halves. To your team, these are the offensive and defensive zones. The defensive zone is the half occupied by your team's goal, and the offensive zone is the half occupied by the other team's goal. Hockey does this as well with offensive and defensive zones, but hockey also adds a neutral zone in the center of the ice. In both sports, it is the rules of the game that define the zones and thus influence the strategies that teams develop around them. And in Echo Arena, we effectively take this concept of zones one step further. It is common, even the norm, to identify the two halves of the arena as the offensive and defensive zones from your team's perspective. But in practice, what you effectively have are two defensive zones, two neutral zones, and two attack zones. Mid doubles as both an attack and defensive zone depending on whether or not you control the disc. In Echo Arena, an offensive attack happens in two stages. First, the offense has to get through mid, and then they can set up for an attack on the bubble. There is no bubble attack before getting through the choke point at mid. In the analogy we started with, where game rules were what define the zones, here it is a level design of the arena, i.e. the geometry, e.g. this choke point, that creates this unique defensive zone. So then what is a neutral zone? For offense, this is a zone in which you tend to stage your attacks from. For defense, this is basically a zone that you do not overcommit defensive coverage to. And again, it is the level design here that creates this effective zone. With so much space, it is much easier for the offense to successfully complete passes and otherwise progress up the field. That is as opposed to mid, where the geometry creates a choke point, or bubble, where the geometry funnels everything into a smaller and smaller area around the goal, and thus these are far more viable as defensive strongholds. So in the end, it is the lack of defensive viability that creates these neutral zones. So how do you use this information? On offense, it's good to be able to predict how and where the defense will be setting up to defend. Conversely, on defense, it is good to know where your geographic strengths are, that is, what areas of the map provide you with advantages on defense. This knowledge can inform you while devising both offensive and defensive strategies and plays, and may better help you make necessary adjustments during a real game. Some core concepts to always keep in mind are space and numbers. These exist on the sliding scale.
And welcome back, everybody. It's still me, PAMWOW, and that's still DocEducation there. What were your impressions on that last game, and what are your thoughts on this one?
It was a great game. I mean, it's so fun for me to get into the OCE region, learn the players, learn the skills, and I mean, man, Outlaws, they looked really good.
Yeah, that was great to see. And we've also got Palidore on the cam still. Palidore, how you doing?
Oh, doing well. A quick shout out to Sir Dimwee for those 3-minute metas. Sorry that we had to cut the video short there. You guys enjoying that, I'm sure. But yeah, go check out Sir Dimwee's YouTube channel. He's made, I believe, 10 of those 3-minute metas. Someone's saying, Dimwee, talk slower. My brain hurt. Well, yeah, the point is they are 3-minute metas. They are fast. They are hard hitting. They come at you in a blink of an eye and with the speed of a very serious caster. So, of course, we love us some Sir Dimwee, so thank you to him. And with that, yeah, Invictus and Hydra. We saw Hydra yesterday in a fantastic match. I'm excited to cam this one for you guys today.
Yeah, I mean, still yet to see Invictus heading off against Hydra, so an interesting match indeed. And also, just want to say a quick thank you to Ready at Dawn and our sponsors at HyperX, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VR, where you will hear Palidore say that in a better voice at the end of the stream, but, you know, just had to say it halfway.
Indeed. Thank you to our great sponsors.
There it is. Yeah. There, was waiting for that.
And
Anyway.
our great people in the Twitch chat joining in here. I love to see even the viewership growth in OCE as well. It was already popping off last season. Made comments on that, but it's still growing here on this season, and that's what you love to see. But that said, here you go. Round's about to start, so PAMWOW and Doc, to you guys.
Yes, sir. Heading into this first round now, Invictus heading off against Hydra. Invictus taking that orange side and Hydra on the blue. And now heading into this first round here, if it's going to be anything like we've seen today, a close match indeed. Now Invictus starting off with a strong start. Oh, barely missing the goals there. The momentum pushing that shot towards the left side. And now looking to find the rebound there. Invictus looking to kind of pin these current shots on target here. Just like that's just like Outlaws in the previous game. Off the backboard, the save there from Duck Z. What a save!
What a save indeed. But Guacanole Gets it back, and from Nest, anchor shots in at 17 meters a second. Wow.
Yes, I said I cast this coincidence. I said this at the start. If it's anything like the previous game, we'll have a lot of back and forth action already. Invictus starting off strong here with that 3-point backboard shot, but Hydra not making it easy. That save there coming from Duck Z off the backboard was a great save indeed, and now the retaliation there from Hydra getting intercepted there from Rum. Over to Vapor. Vapor looking for another play. They're getting intercepted there from Goblinity. And now the intercept, yeah, the stun there from Vapor. And the pressure is not being dropped from either or teams here. Now Dragon grabbing that disc and sending it to the midsection. But D-Foot intercepting that one and passing it to the left shoulder. What an overhand there from Vapor.
Wow. Yeah, a couple of long shots, just a little wide, but Invictus kept up the pressure. That was a beautiful pass by D-Foot to shoulder, and Vapor sent it in with authority at 16 meters a second.
Yep, and a 1,000 point redeem here from Dynasty Killer Sky. I notice you redeeming that cast, a shout out. So yeah, always like to see chat. Don't be afraid to mess around with those channel points. They're always great to talk with everyone in the chat. Really appreciate everyone stopping by. And yeah, heading back into the game here, 5-0. Invictus taking the first few shots there, the first few points. And now the stun there coming from Duck Z, looking for the backboard shot, a bit off to the right there, but the recollection is there from Dragon, getting stunned out themselves though. And it will be D-Foot looking to find the clear there. Two players heading towards the same disc. And it will be Slamish in the end. The ding, though! Oh, my lord, what a close shot there. But the rebound is there. And Slamish is certainly there, finding those 2 points. And now Hydra looking to respond.
Well, we've got a game now. Everybody's on the board. Points are scoring. The disc is flying. We've had dings. We've had backboard shots. We've had long shots that were close. So I feel like we're just getting warmed up.
And I'm not sure if the channel point gambling thing is sorted or not, but if you haven't already, check it out. I mean, you can definitely place wagers on who you think is going to be taking the win here, and as if anything's been shown as of yet, it will be a close game and definitely a hard one to predict here. So with that said, Invictus now trying to find a pass towards that left side, but getting intercepted there from Duck Z. The pass to Goblinity will make its way towards that midsection. A few awkward bounces. It might be Rummy, but it will be Largo Dragon in the end, finding that disc and sending it towards the bubble. The regrab follow-ups are there. Goblinity looking for the shot, and so many close shots here coming from Team Hydra. 6 minutes 30 on the clock, getting stunned out there. Now, there now.
They're then everywhere. That's where Hydra is right now. Their stacks are really fast. They're getting movement. They've just missed a couple of opportunities to put the points on the board. But with that, Goblinity passes down to Dragon. Dragon off the the bottom of that protrusion. We gotta come up with a name for that. I don't know what the out part of the backboard.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
The backboard, whatever you want to call it. The rim of the backboard. I don't know. There'll be a crazy word out there for it that we haven't heard of. But
the lid.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, Palidore.
Oh, the lid. The lid.
The lid. Okay, we'll call it the lid. That's a great term, actually. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Anyway, the passing coming here from Team Invictus now. Off the double diamond, it will be Guacamole trying to find a potential follow-up regrab pass there, but the intercept there from Hydra as their regrabs are superior, finding that disc and sending it towards that left side. However, the clear making its way towards Invictus. That clear not really working out there for Team Hydra, but the stun there on Vapor working for Goblinity now, and Goblinity holding onto that disc for a few brief moments before sending it through that left tunnel. And now the regrab follow-up from Hydra is certainly there, as we see Slamish now holding on the lid for a few seconds and sending it in the goals.
Immediately useful to know that word. And, that was a great example. Goblinity just kind of taking his time, holding the disc, giving his teammates time to get into a stack together. And then as soon as his teammates were ready and in a stack, I'm sure they were communicating, and he was able to send that in, and the stack was just so fast and to the disc. because they were already together. Now sending it in is Hydra, picking it up as Dragon. Oh, but the cross pass is missed, and now it's going to be a scramble for the disc. It looks like it will be Invictus to pick it up, but stolen by Slamish, stolen back again by Vapor, and sent in, and it will be the Invictus stack who's there together faster. Will they get to the disc first, though? No, they just quite miss it. It looks like they will get to the disc, but Goblinity in goal.
Oh, and did find the Dusty there, Vapor.
Vapor able to recover on that. They missed an easy opportunity where there wouldn't have been a goalie, but Vapor taking it one-on-one and sending it in with authority.
And yeah, I mean, what a great play there from Invictus. Although the regrabs weren't directly there on time, they did find the disc in the end, and that is what matters in terms of finding those points. As we see now, the pass is coming from Hydra, but the intercept there from Guacanol. And a great intercept that was, disabling that attack there coming from Hydra. Now the response, that slap nearly very close towards that letterbox there, might have made its way inside, but they're coming from default, not willing to let go of these points here. Getting intercepted yet again. The save there from Slamish, sending it through that midsection. Gonna work against them, however. It will be Rummy sending it over towards the left side, over the trench. It will be default now, resetting it back to his teammate off Pac-Man. Rummy now has the disc, trying to find another pass off the right pole, placing it in, but Slamish is there yet again. Slamish has done it again, sending it through that midsection. And now it will be Vapor getting stunned out, and Duck Z sending it towards the mid area. And will the regrabs be there?
They will. Dragon gets the disc on the floor, sends it, but the pass is missed, and Invictus will slap it back, but Duck Z picks it up. He's going to take his time. He's going to send it back to Slamish. Slamish is going to look for an opportunity, passes it to the pole. It's Goblinity. He's making his moves. Ooh. Goblinity jukes two defenders and sends it in to the left side of the goal for 2.
Yep, and yeah, just confirming here in the chat, we got Pally on the cams, Doc in the booth with me, myself, PAMWOW. That will be DocEducation, so for abbreviating there. And it will be Invictus heading up against Hydra in a close game already. Don't tell me, off the backboard. That was a very close shot there. Now Goblinity looking to grab it yet again and sends it in for 3 points, taking the lead for Team Hydra. And what a back and forth game we have here. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, Invictus and Hydra just going at it, especially in terms of pressure. I'm loving these regrabs coming from both teams here, and just going ahead and just going for those shots. I mean, in some situations, you just have to go for those threes, and that's exactly what we just saw there coming from Goblinity now. And now Invictus with 1 minute 35 left on the clock, looking for a response.
Absolutely. Invictus doing a lot of hard work, but then it's Hydra in the last couple of minutes who've scored with abandon, and they've taken a 2-point lead with 1.5 minutes left. There's still plenty of time for Invictus, but definitely a little bit on their heels there, clearing the disc out, and they're not quite getting the clear. Picking it up is Largo Dragon. Largo Dragon's going to look back to Goblinity, who's going to go in from the left side and score again for 2.
Great shots there coming from Goblinity, and I'm loving the passing coming here from Team Hydra. Heading into the last minute now, Invictus are down by 4 points here, and they will be taking a pause for a few brief moments here. And I believe it might be for Team Hydra here, as the regrabs. Oh, they're just a bit of a communication issue here, but they're getting it sorted out. All G's in the chat there. But yeah, also heading towards the chat. Yeah, this is a good game coming from Dazfly, and indeed it is. And if you missed it, the last game was definitely crazy as well. We had the 4 Horsemen as well as Team Outlaws. And yeah, I believe you can even catch that one on YouTube after it's uploaded. We do upload, all these matches are uploaded towards YouTube that are casted. So if you want to go ahead and check those ones out, feel free to. You can go ahead and yeah, they're always great to watch and great to look back at, especially if you're playing on the teams. I mean, if just being able to take a look at your gameplay and see the perspective of just seeing the spectator perspective, I feel like just saying, hey, I could have made a pass here, or hey, we could have regrabbed there, just everything in general, taking a look back at these videos are very helpful and very appreciated in this community. So yeah, take a look at those if you're interested in more exciting gameplay like you've seen here tonight. 7-11 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the old phrase "the tape doesn't lie" really applies. You can slow everything down. You can pause it. You can say, okay, we tried to make an aggressive play there. Maybe we should have reset there. Okay, our spacing could have been a little better there. We were a little too clumped together. I mean, you can see it all. I really love when my team gets casted, and that's one of the reasons why I'm up late. I think this is my fifth, maybe sixth cast that I've been a part of today, but I just love I love helping out. Have teams have something to look at and get better.
Yeah, I mean, this has been I believe, this is now your third Oceanic cast, I believe. The previous one was your second, am I correct?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, how's it been in the OCE region?
I love the OCE region. I was talking about it on my last stream because they play on NA servers a lot and they deal with really bad ping issues, and I never hear them complaining. I never hear them complaining ever one time. And I hear, like on the other hand, every now and then I'll get put on an OCE server, and man, I feel like I really want to complain. I'm like, man, my ping is 200. I can't handle this. So I just really appreciate the passion and the patience from that community. It's just great.
And it kind of works both ways though, because I mean, in the OCE region, I feel like, I mean, last year you'd have to ping in order to get everyone on, in order to kind of get on our own servers there, so we wouldn't have to kind of deal with any hyping like you're saying there. But now it's just like you got on it every time. You'll always have people from OCE on, and it's great to see, because it's just like you can definitely tell that the community has grown so much, and it's only been like another season since last season. I mean, that's how it works, I'm pretty sure. So year by year, yeah. Anyway,
Math checks out.
Yeah, math checks out. So yeah, I feel like it's definitely a great sign of just showing how the community has grown so much, and it's great to see. And yeah, I mean, I also wanted to cover how you say it's great that we keep it in us and we don't get angry about our ping and stuff. But I'm generally concerned every match that I'm in, I'm not angering like an American player, because I mean, to deal with a robot just teleporting every 5 seconds must be frustrating. And although we'll admit frustration definitely has been there and has been shown to us, I'm surprised to see how lenient the NA region has come towards our ping and everything like that. Like, no more frustration there, so that's always great to see as well. Have you ever had to deal with teleporting people from the OCE region, Doctor?
100%. It's not fun. I mean, it's kind of hilarious, honestly. Like, I mean, you just see a disc, transport like halfway across the arena, or someone like take a shot and then the disc is just in the goal. It's pretty wild. But I mean, that's part of that's proof that we are on the forefront of the edge of technology and people getting together around the world. I mean, it's just a matter of time before this sort of stuff is handled. And it's just, I think it's cool to be a part of.
Go ahead.
Noticing the chat. I was just noticing the chat here. Crazy Kit Kat was asking, how do you become a caster? Palidore, did you want to say anything about that?
$1 million.
The grand scheme of all time.
Also, casting apps in the announcements channel of the Discord. Granted, you'll have to scroll up an awful lot, but it's there.
And $1 million. Anyway, heading back into this first round here, 7-11 Invictus. If they can find an immediate 3-pointer or a 2-pointer here, that can definitely help them in this situation. It is looking very close to that situation here off the backboard. It will be Guacanole after reconnecting. Definitely reconnecting Invictus here into this match. It is heading into these final 30 seconds here. Now, Hydra do have the just advantage. And in this situation, I don't know whether to recommend Hydra hold on to the disc and look for passes around their own section or go for that clear.
18 seconds is a lot of time in Echo Arena. I mean, this looks like a good approach. They've got the disc. They have the disc on the other side. They may score themselves, and they do. putting it away to end the round at 13-9 is Largo Dragon, winning the round for Hydra.
What a great attempt there coming from Victus, however, not letting go for those last few seconds there. Guacanol came in, found those few points, and now Hydra just shutting it down for the first round, taking it away. 13-9, what a close game in general. And we're going to be, I'm just taking a look at the stats here. I mean, all players doing exceptionally well. I mean, Goblinity finding those 7 points, Slamish 4 of those, and Largo finding 2. And just the passes coming across the board from Hydra and in Invictus as well. I mean, they're not letting go of their own pressure. And now a player drop out there from Hydra after a few dropouts this game. I mean, we had Guacanol for a few minutes there, which, I mean, I did appreciate, though. You did give us a bit of time to talk there about the different regions, so I appreciate that one. But might be heading into another Echo overtime here as Hydra now have a few dropouts.
Just one.
Sorry, it was a transfer.
You say Echo overtime.
Yeah. There it is. So, yeah, I mean, Doctor, this is your first time on Echo Overtime. Thank you for joining us here today. How's it been?
I'm loving it. We got Mango Tech, who's asked for a hydrate situation. So yeah, thank you, Mango Tech, reminding us to stay healthy. So I'll take a drink to you, my friend.
Just a note, too. If you're not familiar, Echo Overtime, Doc, was... See, last season here in these late-night OCE games for us, well, when things would get delayed a little bit, we have timeouts here and there. It kind of became a tradition, a rather frequent tradition, to have ourselves Echo Overtime, which is to say our Pam and I, it's our little impromptu podcast. So, yeah. Glad to have you on it as our first special guest of both seasons.
Special guest.
Yeah.
So I feel honored.
Yeah, I mean, you should be. It's a brilliant show. Anyway, Doctor, yeah, first time on the show. How you been? We got you some water over there by the table. Put your feet up. Don't feel shy. Yeah, I mean, how you been, mate? I mean, how have you been thinking about this game in general so far? Invictus and Hydra are very close within that first round.
It was close. It was a great game. I think we had like at least 2 or 3 lead changes. Invictus was ahead for, I think, the majority of the time, and then Hydra just came in at the end. So I think it bodes well for a round 2, and dare I say, knock on wood, a round 3.
Oh.
How about knock on door? That's me.
The Palidore.
No more rhymes for me. Luigi Logic in the chat redeeming PAMWOW needs to breathe. He didn't actually redeem that, but you know what? Palidore doesn't need to sleep. I don't need to breathe. How about that? And DocEducation doesn't need to go to school.
Not anymore. In fact, they won't let me. They said you have no more school for you, my friend. You're done.
You're a doctor and you have education in your name. There's nothing else we can do for you. Anyway, with that said, both teams readying themselves up here, and we're going to be heading into this second round. Hydra have taken away the first one, and now, I mean, knock on door, knock on wood, whatever it is, looking to take away the second. If not, we'll be heading into the third. And yeah, I mean, a close game like we mentioned earlier. In general, all players doing reasonably well. I mean, we also saw so many close situations there regarding shots. I feel like, especially coming from Team Hydra. Team Hydra had so many close shots there, just either dinging or just missing slightly off the backboard. And I'm interested in seeing now if they can possibly nail a few more, or will Invictus be returning with a few of their own? It's all going to be happening now within this second round, and that's the part where we close Echo Overtime.
It's closed. Real quick, check out your channel rewards real quick. Shall you? Will you? I don't know. Anyways, you got something there for Mr. Pam.
Channel rewards? Ooh. What? Channel rewards?
Oh, I'm redeeming.
I'm redeeming. And now Hydra looking to redeem a few points of their own here. A bit of a struggle for the disc there, but it will be Dragon in the end. Found the slap heading its way inside the bubble there, but the slap from Invictus themselves, but it will be working against them. Their Goblinity finding a great pass there, avoiding 2 members of Invictus, and I'm loving the passing coming here from Hydra. Those passes were insane. Clip it, ship it. note taken. I don't know what to say, but that was a great play.
That was a great play, and that kind of like a short pass from boot to boot while one player is cutting. I mean, it you know, it's hard to see why those passes are so effective, but if you look back at that, you'll just see that the person on the right boot just drew 2 or 3 defenders and the goalie's attention, and just passing a little bit to the left gave DuckZ a much better angle at the goal.
And I'm just getting distracted here for a second in the chat. Redeeming PAMWOW, make PAMWOW drink. Excuse me? You can't make me. You can't make.
Oh God.
What have you done,
Anyway,
Pally?
we have Hydra now with the disc. I just got water all over myself. We have Hydra now trying to grab the disc here. I've got water all over my shirt. Oh my lord. Okay, Vapor still after still they're coming from these teams here. And now Hydra looking to return it. They have the 2-point lead and 2 minutes down on the clock. I hate all of you.
I love this. That was so worth it.
Now the disc is loose. It will be Invictus. Oh, but missing that shot and bouncing back. Vapor couldn't quite get it and couldn't quite get the rebound. So the disc is loose again, and it'll be Goblinity to get the disc and slow things down for Hydra, making a pass to the right side. And they're going to do a dribble, but oh, their stack can't quite stay together. But it will be, yes, it will be Invictus to get the disc, but stolen again, and stolen again, and off at someone else's head. So there's a lot of back and forth right now. It'll be Hydra trying to make a reset, but missing it and sending it back into their zone. They're going to be under pressure, but they will hold for now.
Yeah, I mean, a few moments of a straight disc and a Dusty. There was actually a block followed up with a Dusty, but followed up with the Slave from Slamish, and Slamish has found quite a few of those. Call him Save Mish, sending it out through that left tunnel. And yeah, it was just about to note that I was, for a few brief moments at the start of that joust there, I saw Hydra just taking it slow for a few brief moments. I'm like, well, that's new. We haven't seen that in today's games at all. I thought they were going to go for a slow play, but then immediately followed up with those regrabs there. And as I say that, looking to follow up with a few more points of their own off the roof, went for the backboard shot. Goblinity, the rebound, making its way into the hands of Slamish. Slamish timing the pass there. And the pass not going to make its way to his teammates at first, but the rebound might, a few stuns, a few steals, and it will make its way into that left tunnel. And now the regrabs will be their first from Hydra, but not soon short. It will be followed up from Invictus.
Guacanole picking it up, looking for a teammate, but stunned out. And now it'll be who will get to it first. It'll be Guacanole getting it back, but now stolen again is DuckZ. He's going to send it through, and the Hydra stack is together. They're flying a little bit faster. Who's going to get there first? It will be DuckZ getting the disc again, but now it's stunned out. And it will be Vapor getting the disc, and attempted clear, but not quite making it. But now they do clear, but their stack is not together, and so Hydra will pick it up and control the disc again.
And a huge shout out there in the chat, Crazy Kit Kat, subscribing with the Prime. Really appreciate it. And yeah, just in general, appreciate everyone in the chat for stopping by and leaving those messages. Really appreciate everyone stopping by in general. But yeah, huge shout out there to Crazy Kit Kat in the chat. And now Hydra looking to make a few more points for themselves, but the save, the return there from Invictus, looking to respond themselves here. Struggle for the disc for a few brief moments for both teams. It will be Dragon in the end. Now looking to set their team up here. He does have his teammate on the bottom left. It will make its way towards them. It will be Goblinity now off the left wall, looking to aim a pass, and it will be Dragon passing it towards themselves here. A 1-2 situation there. From Largo to Goblin, back to Largo inside the bubble, finding those points, and great passing there coming from Team Hydra.
It's a great example of how just two people can pass back and forth, get the defense to move one way or the other, and then, yeah, you just saw hanging out on the shield, getting that pass, but now stolen again is Goblinity. He's got the open goal, and he delivers one right into the center for 3.
Invictus were going for that aggro play there. You can definitely tell they were investing all their players after receiving that joust advantage there, and Hydra taking advantage of that, finding that open goal and finding those points there. And now taking a strong lead within this second round, in contrast to the first round where we saw a lot of back and forth action here, and not saying that in terms of points it is in that case, but in terms of action, I feel like Invictus have been returning just as much pressure as Hydro have been creating themselves here. As we see now, Invictus looking to return the disc back onto the blue side, but getting intercepted there. Now Goblinity off the floor, finding the bounce pass in the bubble. A bit of a struggle for the disc there. Will be Dragon in the end, and Dragon just snapping it in there. Did not expect that shot at all. I was expecting a bit of a stall for a turnaround and potentially pass, but Dragon just snapping it back in the goals there, taking those 2 points.
Wow. I mean, yeah, that was a very difficult shot. As short of a shot as it was, he was going away and to the left. Yeah, just really tough angle, but he made it work. After 2 points in the first 5 minutes, we've had 7 points in the next minute and a half. So things definitely picking up here.
Yeah, and the regrabs are picking up here from Hydra. They're looking to find a few more points here. A struggle for the disc at first. Duxie off the floor, sending up to the nest, and it will be Goblinity sending it to the floor, baiting out the keeper. And what a bait that was from Goblinity, sending it to Slamish, and Slamish from behind on the backboard, sending it in for 2 points. Great passing yet again coming from Team Hydra, and a redemption of make PAMWOW drink. Look, mate, I have drenched myself already. I'm not looking to ruin my computer, but I will drink responsibly.
Yeah, it doesn't say make PAMWOW drink everything that's in his house at the moment. So I think you can...
Let's not give them ideas, please. Anyway, with 2 minutes 25 on the clock here, Invictus with the disc. Guacamole finding the Dusty, and you love to see them. The reset back to Vapor, and Vapor crossing it to that right shoulder. The bounce back might work its way back into the hands of Vapor, slapping it inside the goals there. 2 points. Heading its way towards Invictus. The response, potentially.
Beautiful. I mean, I don't know if they're... Well, we won't do the math just yet. Plenty of Echo fun to have, but it feels good to get on the board no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, 3-pointers can happen every 30 seconds. So, I mean, it's definitely, they do have the potential here. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, my math does serve me correct. 9 points will do them justice here. But with this play coming from Hydra, it will make it very difficult to pass back. And yet again, the save there from Deepwood, finally intercepting that play from Hydra. They found so many passes inside that bubble throughout this entire game. Ooh. But now finally Invictus not falling victim to it and sending that disc right out. Great save there from Deepwood.
Beautiful shot, just a little too low, bouncing off shield. That would have been a great mail slot, nearly full quarter. But now passing it to Vapor, but stunned out and stolen by Goblinity, who's going to send it in. And with that, the clock pressure is really going to be on Invictus now.
And I'm just going to let chat know it's their fault if I have to go to toilet and I can no longer cast, because you can't keep doing that. Anyway, we have Dragon with the disc fighting those 2 points, and Hydra have been doing so insanely well in terms of passing, and it's great to see these plays inside the bubble. And although D-Foot did find D-Save there for a brief moment, Hydra just not letting go of that pressure that they have here, and they have taken the first round. For any of you joining just now, Hydra have found the first round, so now looking to confirm it with those regrabs making their way in and placing it inside the goals there from Goblin, finding those 3 points, 15-2.
Nice and easy, yeah. 20 seconds left. Invictus probably just wants to not let more points go on the board here, just for the sake of their own egos. Guacamole picking it up, sending it through, and he's just going to hope that, yeah, there's not enough time to get the disc back. And with that, it will be Hydra taking the round 15-2, and with that, taking the game.
What a great game in general. It was such a weird change of momentum in that game. I feel like in the first round, it was so back and forth in terms of points, but throughout the entire game, all players, you could definitely tell, were giving it their all. The steals, stuns, regrabs, it was all there coming from all the players within this game. And yeah, definitely fitting the theme of pressure, especially taking a look at the recent games that we've had here. I mean, Outlaws and the 4 Horsemen both going at it there. And now Invictus and Hydra. Hydra taking it away, but Invictus giving them a run for their money there. So huge shout out to all the players from this game today. And a huge shout out to everyone in the chat here. Luigi Logic screaming at me to drink. You can scream all you want, mate, but it's not gonna. Oh my god! Oh my. Okay. Anyway, Musco Bear as well in the chat. Good game, and yeah, a great game. May I add? I mean, it was brilliant to see, and I'm loving the plays coming from all the teams here in the Oceanic region, and I hope you guys enjoyed.
All right,
And,
I guess that's
yeah,
me.
with-
So
Yeah, Palidore. With that said,
yeah, well, with that said, yeah, that was fun watches and you know, a great co-casting debut here today for DocEducation. Been fun. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and as much as the Twitch did.
A lot of fun. Always fun to hang out with you guys. Always fun to hang out with the Twitch chat. Love it. Love the interaction. Thanks for the support, you guys. We do it for you, and yeah, hope to see some of you in chat. You know, in the arena sometime. Come play with us. Come boost with us.
Yeah, just like the intro video says, exactly. So, with that, thank you as well to, once again, Crazy Kit Kat for the sub earlier on, and for the rest of the chat, thank you as well for drowning PAMWOW. That was fun. And
That
yeah,
was
that was
fun.
it's
PAMWOW
for
giving
you
the
guys.
people what they want.
exactly
it was fun for you guys.
giving Pally what he wants. But all right, with that, I've been Palidore. That's been PAMWOW. That's been DocEducation. And well, you took us into it, PAMWOW. So I'm gonna leave it to you to give us a really fancy sign off. No pressure.
Be happy, be healthy,
Hey.
stay safe.
Be good to each other.
Be good to each other. That's the one. Sorry, forgot. Sorry. All right, let me try a different one. I've been Monsieur Dimwe. Wait, no. All right. See you later, mates.
I'm gonna beat this guy up. Be good to each other, though. Bye. Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.